So quite a few of you have been asking me, how exactly did I relocate to Mauritius? So I'm going to give you a 6-step plan of exactly how I got onto this beautiful island.
I hold on to this storm 'cause I need to be swept away.
It's not hard to see why expats are flocking here. The beautiful scenery, 15% tax rate, favourable weather, close proximity to Africa, and tremendous cultural diversity make it one of the most peaceful countries on earth to live.
So you've always dreamed about living on an island, you've looked at pictures, you've seen videos, you've thought long and hard about walking along those beautiful white sandy beaches, swimming in that turquoise water, but have you actually ever been to Mauritius?
So step 1, visit Mauritius.
So my top tip is come and check out the island, because you never know, things here might be a lot different to how you imagined they would be. Visit the people, scout out the areas, check out schools, and note exactly where it is that you want to live.
Step 2, make sure that you have the correct documentation.
What do I mean by that? Well, you've got to make sure you have the passport up to date, you've got the correct visa, and of course you've done a proper health check. So generally you can enter the country on the following visas: professional, investor, self-employed, or retirement.
Occupation permits are typically valid for 3 years. You can also get your employer to apply for a work permit on your behalf. This is probably the easiest route by far. The other option you have is to buy into a PDS scheme or a property development scheme. Here you'll need to spend $500,000 or more on a property, and you'll be issued with a residence permit. So you'll be able to live in Mauritius but not work. It'll also enable you to bring over your spouse and children under 24 years of age.
There's also a new visa which has just come out in the last couple of weeks, and that relates to spouses. So basically, if you're married to a Mauritian, you now actually need a visa. Previously, you could come and work here if you were married to a Mauritian. That rule has changed. For more info on these visas, be sure to check out both the BOI and the EDB websites.
Step 3, shipping your personal belongings.
My advice for you here would be to go with a reputable or a well-known, a well-respected removals company. I used Pickford's. They were fantastic. The reason I say this is because they literally come to your house, they'll pack up everything, and they'll ship your container or your consignment for you. They'll keep you informed as to its whereabouts, as to when it's predicted to arrive, and then when it does arrive in Mauritius, they will sort out the whole customs procedure, get everything delivered to your house, and then normally unpack everything for you as well.
Just where it was needed.
Okay, so the next 2 steps only apply to you if you have pets and children.
Step 4, relocating your pets.
This is probably the most time-consuming and stressful process when you are relocating to a new country. We had a few issues, but I'm pleased to say that we eventually got our dog here. Hello, Dixie! I cannot stress how important it is here to go for a reputable or a well-renowned company, because they will really help you and they will take all of the guesswork out of this very stressful process. A quick browse on the internet and you'll find a whole list of different companies that offer this service. The Mauritian authorities are extremely vigilant with regards to health, so obviously when you bring your pet over here, you have to absolutely make sure that all the tests are done and that they are clear of rabies.
Your pet import checklist will look something like this. Your pet must first be pet microchipped and be at least 6 months old. All vaccines must be up to date, as well as the rabies test, which will have to be done no sooner than 30 days and no more than 6 months in advance of entry. Then you'll have to organise a pet import permit, a health certificate, internal and external parasites will be checked for, and then your animal will enter the country by air.
Your pet will also be subjected to quarantine when they get here. That can be anything from 5 days right the way through to a whole month, so be prepared for that. But I have to say the facilities here in Réduit are fantastic. I was very happy when we imported our dog. He was very well treated and respected by the guys working there. An absolute must is to have your residence permit and your visa all sorted, otherwise they will not bring your dog over or your pet over and you will not get that import permit. More information is available on the website of the Ministry of Agro-Industry and Fisheries.
Step 5. Finding a school.
In Mauritius, you're absolutely spoilt for choice because there are lots and lots of schools. There's a private system and of course there's a public system. If it's the French system that you're interested in, there's École du Nord, École du Centre, Lycée Le Bourdonnais, École pour la Virginie. If it's the English system that you're interested in, well, again, there's lots to choose from. You've got Alexander House, Clavis, Le Bocage, Northfields, Telfair, West Coast. Those are just a few that I can name. There's many, many more. But go on the website. I'm going to leave links below and you'll have a look and you can see exactly the different types of schools all over the island.
I've mentioned mainly the private schools here, but of course, if you're in Mauritius, there are tons of local government schools where you can send your kids to.
You must, of course, have your occupation permit issued before you can send your kids to school.
Step 6. Finding a place to live.
Top destinations for expats are up north, Grand Bay, and on the west, Fléconflac or Tamarin. This is where you have a lot of people coming from France or from South Africa or from the UK. My top site for searching for properties would be L'Express. They have a very good search engine. You can type in exactly which area you want to live, the amount you want to spend, the amount of bedrooms you want, whether you want a swimming pool or not, and then they will come up with all of these different houses and you can then call the agent and book a viewing. Another option would be to check out your school or your local supermarket. Very often they have a big board with all of the rentals on it, so you can literally go there, get a telephone number and arrange a viewing. So if you go through an agent, you're going to have to pay an agent's fee and also you're going to have 1 month's rent as deposit. Other than that, there really are a huge amount of properties to choose from in Mauritius. Some of them are absolutely lovely. It just totally depends on your budget.
Follow these 6 steps and you never know, you may well find yourself living on this beautiful island sooner than you think.
Another point I want to make is, of course, please be respectful when you come here. This is not your country. Mauritians are a very, very proud people. They love their country, and rightly so. What's not to love? So when you come here, just be respectful, learn a couple of phrases of Creole or French. It really goes a long way.
A few internet sites that you might find useful are expat.com and also Facebook pages Mums of the West, Mums of the North and Black River Mums. These sites have been invaluable for me. Lots and lots of good information here.
So those are my 6 steps how to relocate to Mauritius. I hope they've been useful for you. If you do have any questions, don't forget to leave a comment down below or send me an email and I will happily help you out. That's it for me and I will catch you very soon.